G'day everyone, welcome to Steel Horse Station, and whoops, let's try and click on the right buttons. Hopefully we have some sound. My meters are telling me I'm putting sound out, so that's a good start. And to make it interesting here, we're at Alien Jim's new map. If you haven't seen it, this is the store. You actually dial out for vehicles and they get delivered over here. Up ahead of us, you can see the fire tower. There's a couple of pretty interesting and certainly very well done, thanks Model House Man, welcome, and well done rock crawl courses. And then down to the south, there's a couple of different hill climb or hill pull opportunities. But what I thought we'd do, I'm very happy to take requests on vehicles, but anticipating a few of them, I've grabbed a bit of a selection. And hi Jason, welcome along. And grabbed a few things to sort of try out on the course here. So on the basis that it's pretty new to everybody, Model House Man said that he was at work there, Jason, so he's got no audio, but I think he can type along. So there you go. So let's just grab, when you come into the map, you've got two vehicles from Alien Jim. One's this New Holland tractor, and the other is the TLX sitting beside me. And he does say in the notes that the tractor is, he's designed the course for tractors. That said, as you can see, I've grabbed an assortment of fun little vehicles just to see how we go. But let's go check it out. I'm happy to take critique on my technique or lack thereof, and advice on how to approach it. I don't know if he's messed with physics or not, but see, that's not the right spot. Change gears and up we go. But however he's created, I reckon he's done a sensational job to have a bit of fun. In terms of today's episode, I'm not planning that we would spend the whole time here, unless people are really interested. I don't know if I can go straight over there, can I? Will it pull? It might. Not quite enough. Get over there. Come on. This New Holland's got a fair amount of traction, would be my observation. And that log is really annoying. Oops. That probably wasn't the way to do it. So in the second half of the episode, I was planning to go across to the New Lands map. So that just came out a couple of days ago as well. And I've had a quick look at it, and I was talking about a new map. And what surprised me is that it feels like a wilderness map, but with a bit more personality. And certainly the map makers put some cool, come on, up you go, up you go. Put some cool features in, and some that are a little bit different. So I thought that might be an interesting one. I've got a bit of a storyline in mind to apply it. Oops. Let's try not going head on into the log wall. There we go. So as you can see, there's plenty of variety here. There's rocks, and I'm guessing it's easy to get used to just driving over everything. There will be some limitations on this course based on the track of the vehicle, because these logs don't shift, luckily. But if you're too narrow, you aren't going across there. Hope everybody's been having a good week. We've had the rain back again, so after many years of drought, it's very bizarre to have a very wet spring. Okay, this looks like we should just go straight up, I think. No, we're going to get the nose caught. Can't get the nose round. Come on. There we go. No! Okay, that would be a fail. Can I stand up without falling over the edge, or is this a recovery job? Nope. Okay. So that's the beginning of the course in tractors. Jason or Model House Man, do you have a vehicle preference now that you've seen what it entails? I don't. So the answer is I don't know, Jason. I think the idea, or I understand the history from watching Mr. Sealy P, is that this was something that Alien Jim just did for a bit of fun, and then and he posted a few sort of teaser clips just of what he was up to, and a bunch of his audience said, why don't you release that as a map, because that'd be a lot of fun. And so where are we? We might need to roll over a day here. Just bear with me. Have I got a sleep trigger on this map? I do not. Oh, what's that? That looks like... That's not a sleep trigger, I don't think. Unless I'm mistaken. No, that's teleport. So, let's... Have I got any sleep triggers here? Farmhouses. Okay, we'll just have to put a house in. Let's see here. Where's a good spot? Oh, that's on the course. We don't want it up on the course. Where am I? There's all my vehicles. Let's just whack you down there. You'd like me to try the zero-turn mower. I don't think I've got any chance of getting the zero-turn mower up there, but I will give it a go. Where did I put that darn thing? Oh, further up the hill. That's why I can't see it. Do you mean the 82 Studios one? Jason? That had an update? Because I'm pretty sure it's got no chance. I don't think I've got it on here. We can give it a whirl though. Where are we? Mowers. I do not have it on here. Let's just jump out for a sec. We'll save that. We'll quit out of there. And I'll be back in a moment. Oh no, you can see straight in. Yeah, that works. Now we have to wait for ModHub to decide it wants to talk to me. Here we go. Now, when you say recent, do you mean this one, Jason? This is an update to 82 Studios. I'll grab it on the off chance that that is the one you mean. I'm pretty confident that won't actually, having driven it, I don't think that'll get up there. Oh, you wanted, or are you talking about the Vermeer baler? If you're talking about the Vermeer baler, I should have that, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look here. Is Vermeer active somewhere? Vermeer is in. Okay, so let's put that. Where are we here? 82 Studios, where have you gone? Doot. Blind as a bat. Oh, it hasn't downloaded yet. That would be the other alternative. There it is, right on the bottom. Of course it is. Okay. So the baler, if it's the Vermeer baler, I have it. And we can give that a whirl. That would be interesting. I think that's a good technical term. Okay, so now I start up at my house. Let's go down here and get... It's not a mower. Where's the bay? Where is it hidden in this? I've never bought one. Yeah, see the... Well, so that's an interesting one. Well, we'll grab one just to see what happens, but I'm very confident it won't go. We'll also put the big engine on it. There we go. And let's get it in yellow. There we go. Okay. Hi, Brian Boru. Is it Boru? I'm probably mangling that. My Australian accent and pronunciation can be terrible. Now, where is the Vermeer self-propelled baler? It's not in there. What's it under? Small tractors, forage harvesters. No. Balers. Oh, there we go. Has its own category. So there's nothing. Wide tires. Yeah, we'll take wide tires with any advantage we can get. And we'll buy one of those. Sounds the same. Ah, brew. Okay, I can shrink that down. A tasty drop. So back to your original question, Jason. I think the way people might use it is certainly if they set it up multiplayer, you could do timed runs over the course. You could have, stewards that give you points for traversing gates in certain directions or knocking points off for failing to traverse gates. It's really open. There's the hill climb course. I tried it with that dumper full of rock. It gets up and over. But the other interesting thing while we're down here, sorry, I'm just jumping around, is he's also provided different weight and capacity trailers so that you can try the trucks out. So he's really sort of set it up as a proving ground. And in terms of roadway, you've got a ploughed field state and smooth concrete. And then as you come down here, there's another couple of road surfaces. So it really is an opportunity to use as your test map if you want to try out a vehicle suspension or in a particular circumstance, in addition to having a bit of fun. And I think we'll see that's exactly it, Jason. Very good map for test, and he's thought about a lot of things. So there's, if I go to the overview, he's provided fields, so mod demonstrators can very easily set up. There's a big area for putting placeables. There's already placeables and sell points on the map. You could run it however you like. G'day, Scott. Welcome along. We're on Alien Jim's rock crawl map, and Jason has just requested that we run a baler, which I'm trying to find. We have a lot of vehicles here to try out. There it is. I think there's a fair chance that this won't end well, but we'll give it a whirl. So, and that's the other thing. He's put random cows in, so they just wander around in singles over the map. It's very cool. Feeling this under the accelerator, my first impression is it's not even going to have enough horsepower to push itself over the bump. Yeah, I like that. So traction and horsepower are going to be the first obstacles here. Can I get it back in full? Then the zero turn characteristics are a challenge because how do I get a forward gear? Got to get out of reverse. I need... How can I get this guy out of reverse? There we go. No. If any of you watch Virtual Farmer, you'll notice he had this exact problem. This is a characteristic of this mower and steering wheels. And it gets itself into a position where you can't get back into forwards. Yes, it's very interesting. You did see a Flintstone car. The Flintstone car was on Mod Hub. I have tried that. This is actually quite funny. So, start the engine. So, we have an engine. And the feet go up and down to push. It's very clever, as you can see. I did have a thought of getting it on the course, but the lump to get off the grass there is the largest lump it can tolerate. It has no traction, no horsepower, and it's just funny to look at. Okay, I should be able to, yeah, I can go forwards if I get out and get in. I'll give it one more attempt to get up that ledge, but I think it's a good suggestion. What we need is a Mark IV to mod it so that we can... There we go. Ooh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. No. We're not grounded. We just don't have enough traction on those rear wheels. Exactly, Scott. And now I can't get out of reverse. I'm going to have to reset out of there. Where are we? That would be that one. No, that would be that one. And we'll reset. Yes. I did manage to get the trail bike up to the top here. I thought that was an interesting alternative. I feel like I need a little more maneuverability in order to trial it, but because it doesn't like yeah, the question going up here is it won't go over there, I don't think. No. And that was short-lived. So I'm taking requests for vehicles. I got a bit of a selection down here. So there is a monster truck, a couple of dune buggies, the Jeep. There's a Defender recovery vehicle. The truck's pretty interesting. And the semis don't work. The bull bars or the front clearance can't get them up. So you run into one of two problems. Either the nose catches on the ground and stops you getting your wheels going, or the wheelbase ends up hanging up here and you can't push up over it because typically they're not front wheel drive. I have not tried a horse. Have we got... I'd have to put down a stables, wouldn't I? Let's... what have we got here? Horses. So let's just whack stable in over here. And then we'll go and grab any requests. I think it needs to be a serious looking animal. So we'll select Black Beauty here. And how do I? Inca. There we go. So, based on my limited experience horse riding in the game, I think a couple of the verticals might challenge it. What do I need here? S. There we go. So you can get up the first bit. Doesn't feel entirely humane, but let's see. We might walk around that section. Indeed. Whoop. Bit glitchy. Yeah, I don't know what it's like on a single surface. We'll find out in a minute. Directional controls. No, it doesn't mind the single log. The log is there. I'll drive it in a second. Some logs do help. Some logs are there to get in the way. I guess it's... Oops. Let's see here. I'm not gonna... You're gonna let me up there? No. That's just too big a cliff. No. Come on. Whoa. Okay, let's jump in a vehicle over here. I quite like this. Well, I'm guessing it's sort of a deuce and a half. I don't know what it's entirely modelled on, but let's see. Yeah, Black Beauty just balks at the obstacles that are half a chest high. The articulated suspension on here is terrific. I'll try and give you a shot and drive at the same time. That's... Now, how do I get over there? Do I do it that way? No, the nose gets caught. We might need to be a bit creative here. Nothing like a large horsepower. Oops, just getting the end of that front bar. Oop, there we go. Yeah, the lack of overhang at the back is a pretty neat feature. We might the other thing that might work on some of these is the fact that I can get a little bit of outside the guards like that. Yes, it would have been a penalty. Who's scoring? Mind you, I think getting through here penalty free is not the sort of challenge that I'd worry about. This would be... And so the logs are just the right... Oh, come on. How do you get up there? Where can I go? I can... Come on. That stone is just where I don't want it. Slipped off. I'm going to be in trouble. No driving wheels. So let's just... Actually, let's just defeat this obstacle. Can I get it off? No. Reset you. Crawl a track with a short overhang. Do you have a vehicle in mind? Well, let's go back one. When in doubt, some big wheels. I have actually got that lizard truck I was just in through the course. In practice, I was just curious. $8R or a 9R? Up you go, up you go. Feel that in my transmission every time he does that. Get off. Whoa, don't want to be over there. Okay, let's look at this. That crevice looks nasty. Oh, you reckon bring a tree harvester up here, Brian? One of those self-leveling cabins. This is a tricky little bridge at the top, so it's sort of got a cross tooth. I've got the short wheelbase landy there. We can give that a go. So as you can see, he's really thought about the design here and given you lots of things, and you could have a lot of fun with a few mates on multiplayer, I reckon. Whoops. Don't you dare. Yeah, how not to get beached on these logs on the other side. Whoop. Or fall off like that. That's got more traction than I expected, which suggests he's tweaked something. I reckon Jim's fitted this with sticky tyres. That shouldn't have been recoverable, folks. Let's play wide track trains. Yeah, I think he's got a few decorations around the spot. I haven't seen any vehicle wrecks though. That's a good point. You could certainly populate the course over time. I got to here last night. I was just having a quick practice with that 6-wheel truck I tried before, and I managed to, having got it here on my first run, I had it seesawing on the barrels there. And do you reckon I could get it off? Just inside of the finish. So there you go, that's stage 1. He's also got teleport pads there, which make it easier to move around. And if we just duck up, we won't do all of stage 2 in this vehicle, but stage 2 is sort of more canyon terrain. I recommend giving it a try if you're a snow runner fan. It's a surprising amount of fun just to see if you can get a vehicle up some of this terrain. I'm gonna fall in the hole there if I'm not careful. This brought back memories. I've actually driven up a road not dissimilar to this little section here. We call it the staircase. Okay, now whoop. So let's try we might leave that there for a second. Jason's suggestion was an 8R. Have I got one? There's one there. 8RT or RX? I think it'd need to be an RX because yeah. What are the thoughts, chat? RT or RX? I think you might need the extra set of tracks. I don't think balance would work on the RT. Yeah, let's try the RX. We need to go with US. Apology to my American cousins, but this is the sort of thing an American would try. I've seen YouTube. I don't think we want a front weight. I don't think we want anything on the front if we can. I'd really like to lose that 3-point. Okay, let's grab one of those. You can stay down the hole. Now it's into that. It's nice and shiny. Oh, you think I need more horsepower? We can have a look. I didn't notice the horsepower option, but then I wasn't paying enough attention, so I have a workshop up here just for that purpose. Let's just jump out of there. Oh, let's be in the trigger. Customize you. Oh, I don't have any engine. Wide track. And no, I don't think a bigger engine would hurt. Let's go. There's no downside to more horsepower. The question is wide or narrow? I think we need the narrows because those two bridge crossings will get beached. So the logs and the we'll do that. That's an extra 50 grand. I'm worried about that front 3-point. Is it the 9 series that don't have the 3-point on the front? Yeah, see that? Can I get you? Slide. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Jason. I agree. And I think this 3-point's going to be an issue. And I can't back up on this either because can I raise the rear hitch? It won't let me. I'd have to put something on it to be able to lift it by the looks. Can I get you across there without falling in the hole? Come on, up. No. Gotta go around. I reckon we might give the 9 a go. Then, as we fall off here, this is a very heavy tractor. The extra horsepower was a good idea, Jason. I think we used every last one of them up there. Getting you up there might be tricky. Getting enough traction to flick you. So can I back over it? I doubt I can back over it even. Is there a... I need a way to angle that track up. Because you won't go on that angle. Kind of need the front one to unweight. Oh. No. What we might do is we'll park you up over here. 9s, 9R2, 9RX. Yeah. Oh, but they put this dinky little bull bar on the front. Uh, 670 is our max here. Track setup. Oh, we get wide tracks on this. Definitely want US because that gets rid of that annoying little bar on the front. Okay, let's try that. He might be he'd be an interesting challenge of a different sort, I suspect. Could easily... Now, who was it wanted the Land Rover? Was it... I've got... the Defender sitting... the recovery vehicle just sitting there on the left. Is that the one you had in mind? Well, we've done that section. Let's go and cheat. Just because we're trying things out, we know where we got stuck. This is a seriously large machine. I'm sure there's a field over here somewhere. Come on, come on. That's it. That's it. Beached on. That's really interesting. So it detects ones in the air, but I've got, it's not actually four-wheel drive. That's odd. So I'm tipping, because it's not, I'm going to struggle to get this up here. No diff lock, no. Well, no front rear diff lock, so that's... That was unexpectedly more difficult than... Yeah, this weight on that side, it's not helping. It's quite immersive, even from back here. There's probably a screenshot in there, just give me a second. There we go. Come on. Oh. Getting around this corner. Yeah, as soon as it decides that it doesn't want to apply rear drive, it gets very heavy. Like that. And so I've got some rear drive. Come on, round you go. Yep, nose in, nose in. Oh, I'm exhausted. Hope there's a good esky full of Bruce on the top of the hill here. Yeah, might as well be on a road driving across there. That was very straightforward. Nose. Come on. That top log is positioned beautifully to make that transition hard. Anyone got a spare bash plate? There we go. Is there anything in the warranty booklet about this sort of duty? I can imagine taking it back to the shop for a service. There's all sorts of weird dings and dints in places. It's like, how the hell did you do that? It's like, well, it's tough padding. Ugh. Yeah, see that? It's not going to go up there, is it? Oh, yes, it will. Found something. That rock's annoying. Lean forward, everybody on the front nose. No! It was a fairly terrifying angle. Ah! Trying to judge the actual axis of rotation for these articulated section. And off we go. Oh, definitely time for a coffee. So who was the vote for the Landy? Is that the machine that was in mind? It was very close, Scott. Maybe inspired someone to close it out. One thing about this circuit, I'm sure it'll give rise to some fun YouTube clips. Get round there. Now, I doubt I can get over that lump there. Would have been a bit too much of an air gap. No worries, Scott. And hope the wedding goes well this weekend. Oops. I'll get around. There we go. Come on, up, 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 up. That's what we wanted. This is certainly a slippery little sucker. Penalty counter +1. Come on, up. Get up there. I'm on full lock. You don't want to go. Come on. Let's come in and try that again. Come on, I just want you to... Oh, maybe I can reverse up. Whoa! No. Just wanted a little bit more lock. Okay, so that's up front. That's what we wanted. Now we're over. Whoa! Of sorts. Oh, seriously? Okay, we'll leave that one for now. Having moved all the cones. But my early impression is that the Land Rover is definitely a contender. And that driven properly and with a little bit more time taken, it could definitely run the course. so far. The track here is a little... Gotta come on in an angle. What would you... Okay, let's do it backwards. Which is probably the attitude we need for the other side anyway. But I would be caught on that rock, wouldn't I? Yeah, I can't get that. Just onto there. I think I am beached. And with that, that's probably the limit of what people want to see. Unless there are further requests. I'll take it that silence is the contention. So we've just clicked over the hour anyway, so why don't we go and have a look at the other map that came out that I'm thinking of moving along to. That was a bit of fun there. Thank you for your suggestions, everyone. Yeah, I've run the course now in a few different vehicles. It's certainly if you take it slower, it's easier. We ran into the second course. There's only 2 rock crawl courses there. But the other thing I wanted to look at, oops, is not on that map. We need to quit out of there. We need to shift maps. And go to Newlands. Which I do want to activate that guy. And that guy. And that guy. And that one. And that one. And that one. And those. Just bear with me a second while I just pick a few more bits that I think fit this scenario that I'm aiming towards on this map. Okay. So this map, is kind of set up as a survival start from scratch, insofar as I think there's only 1 or 2 fields defined at startup on the map. However, I'd describe it as mildly forested rather than heavily forested. And watching Mr. Seeley's tour Mr. Seeley P's tour the other day, it's got a few features which sort of caught my eye, and I thought, that's an interesting play. And when I came on and had a quick look at it, one of the problems with some of the start from scratch maps is they feel very empty and kind of dead, and it takes a long while to develop them to the point where they've got a little bit of character. Whereas this one, so you can see the valley out there, it's got some trees, but it's by no means heavily forested, so clear and some fairly expansive flattish areas. So if we have a look at the mini map, that's the section. We're up here on the ridge, and we're looking out over this flat section here. There's a train that does a circuit pretty much round a loop round here, and you can sell to the train. There's a freeway that runs through and bridges across. A township up the top that's quite nicely developed, and a section over here which we'll go look at in a sec. And apart from that, I think the main farm intended is in here. That's certainly where your starting equipment appears. I've started on hard mode, or start from scratch, and I've used the 500,000 to buy this area over here and some fields. And the scenario that I'm thinking of for my my character here, and I put in a house for us to live in, which is a little bit run down, is that a relative has gotten himself into financial difficulty over here with the garden centre, and it's a pretty interesting garden centre. So we've taken it over. We've got no product. We've got about $70,000 left in the bank. We'll look at those in a second. We've got some pretty basic machinery, a tractor, stump grinder, a ute, a little logging trailer, a regular trailer, and a unit for some yard work here. And that's kind of where we find ourselves, and we own all of these productions. Now, you say, well, okay, they just look like greenhouses with some attachments, and yes, they are. So we come in here and we find that warehousey sort of building in the middle creates this compost type product, which we own that, but we have none of the inputs for it at present. But it can make this sort of composting pellet. And so I thought that sounded like an interesting thing. And then in addition, the greenhouses do some different things. So some trees. Now, the characteristic that makes them a little bit interesting is they all take this composting product along with water as an input. Some of them also require seed. So we've got some different greenhouses and shrubs to get up and going. And then the greenhouses themselves also do red cabbage and flowers. So I thought, well, that's for a start from scratch style approach. We've still got $200,000 worth of debt, but we've got some ways to generate some money if we can just get these up and operational. And there's quite a few of them. If I look at the financial side of the equation, so yeah, we're on hard mode, so the prices are, whoops, pretty normal. And then we've got those extra cell types hiding down here somewhere. So red cabbage sells pretty well, flowers sell pretty well. Bamboo, cypress, aloe vera, so they're all got a market, and in fact the compost itself we could sell, so don't know. And that's another interesting characteristic of the map, is so individuals are buy points around the map. So it's kind of like, as a, you know, in the scenario as a garden centre, you can head to the map and say, well, you know, over in town in particular, all these, no, there we go, lots of these individuals actually buy particular goods. There's a recycling centre up the top, and if we jump in the, rather than just do the regular tour, let's just grab our van. Because I think if we head out into our, we can scout out the land that we need to, we own but haven't cleared. It just kind of feels like it's just got a little bit of character, but here's an example. So there's rubbish strewn around the map. How do I open my rear doors here? Why does an X open? Try N, no. B, C, C puts me inside. Oh, there we go. So I can open a door. I can come out here, and stuff that's able to be recycled, you can pick up by hand and put in your vehicle. It's got a symbol on it which denotes that it's recyclable. So it's just a little bit different. That won't go in. Well, let's take another barrel. But you can see with the trailer, we could easily enough fill a trailer full of this stuff as we clear out our... Come on. You don't want to behave. My joystick's misbehaving. There we go. That's shut. That's shut. And if we head over to the recycling centre, which is over the other side of the map here somewhere. Let's see where we're going. So we're here. We want to go across the freeway into town and take a right at the restaurant. Okay. This is our land across as far as here, but I think there's some good scope to cut out a field pretty quickly. And ideally, I think get some barley in the ground might be a good idea. We can turn that into seed to get our greenhouses up and going. But as you can see, the town itself's just got a little bit of character. It's got some people wandering around. This is the farmers market, and as you can see, there's a heap of sell points for all specialty products, which just makes it a little bit different, and a little bit more interesting. So I sort of thought, I wonder how this would go. This looks like the restaurant here. A little duck in at the back. What's that there? That looks like more sell points and silos. The transport the transport company. I think that was quite interesting. It's just stuck in there. So this had another neat idea. You could run this yourself, but it's set up that there's a place for most types of pallets, and as I understand it, you get a better price if you come and sell the pallets in the right spot. If you just want to back a truck in and unload the whole lot, you'll still sell, but not quite as much as if you sort the product and put it in its respective racking. So, you know, neat little idea, and you can buy this facility. No, that's a workshop. Can you buy this facility? Maybe you can't. Maybe it's just a sell point. So I just thought that there's a few different things on here that make for a different setup. There's the train, and of course you can call the train. And I think this serves as the train sell point. We know the train's just been passed. It runs on a loop, so that's good. Yeah, where's that? We're coming up to it. So this is the recycling centre. And I came the long way around, so it's just like real life, really. It's all the things you'd expect to see at a recycling centre, including a rock crusher. But over here, is the bin, and it kind of works a bit like a be in the vehicle to open the door, do I? There we go. Works a bit like a wood sell point. So you put your recycling rubbish in. Obviously, if I had a trailer, I could potentially tip it off. But this just feels like a half-yearly trip to the tip for me. And you drop your stuff in, and we can see all the things that we've got there, and we can sell them. So our first $400 made. So that's a good just a little difference, I guess. So what I'm thinking, no worries, Jason. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you also for your inputs on the map, on the crawler map. It was much appreciated. Have a good one. So what I'm thinking is that we need to get ourselves organized with a couple of bits of equipment. What's the crop calendar look like on here? Planting season. So it's a standard crop calendar. And we are in planting season for canola, but I think we need to be aiming to get barley in the ground next month. Just look at the prices. So, yeah, I think barley's a pretty cheap sort of crop. So if we aim, and barley will also give us straw ultimately, which is useful. So I think that's the go. What we need to do is get our tractor organised. We can cut out a couple of trees that'll make for an area that we can low, and we need to grab ourselves a plough. I'm just sort of thinking, yeah, if we, where's our land? If we try and sort of make a field of a reasonable size on 194, 190 at the minute. So that's somewhere in on our left here. Yeah, I think this will be a good area. There's not too many trees here. So let's go back and get the wood trailer. And we'll send the tractor around to the shop to pick up a plough. There we go for time there. We got about 30 minutes to go today. So round we go. You can take you over there. If we grab the tractor. What's happening? Have I got anyone else in chat? I'm just curious. I lost you. You were there a second ago. Right. That's better. We'll run down here. The tractor's following us nicely. Now let's just sort of pick. Let's see here. Let's have a look at the map, actually. So we go from down there somewhere. Well, if we pick a field that's bounded by the road and this track, and then we just see how far up to the north it goes. Doesn't need to be enormous for the first time. So where are we here? There's the track and there's the road. Okay, so we want to be landscaping, painting. Let's paint some stones. So if we pick something along here. How far up here do we go? Can we get to there? It's a pretty big area. so if we drop you off here for the minute. Get rid of that. Then go over to the shop. Then we can have a look. What have we got in terms of plow? Oh, let's see if there's anything on sale. Nothing we can afford. So plow type devices. .5, 2.5. 3.5 needs 220. How many horses do we have? We have 188. 718. Can you get more juice? You can. That's 40,000 bucks. Let's see. I think at $40,000 we need, I think we'll go for the smaller one. We'll just make do because we just don't have the 40,000 that we want. Unless I could get a subsoiler. No. Okay. So let's just go for you at the moment, I think. There we go there. Where is the shop? The shop is over here, which is not too far away. So that'll get us started. I think the other thing we need, we'll need is a grass field so that we can get a couple of sheep down. A couple of cows going. And maybe some milk sorted. And there's the dealership up ahead there. Fold you up. Try not to run the pedestrians over. Not good for business. Okay, so there's the edge there. So let's go and cut ourselves a bit of a boundary. So if we unfold, we follow this. So we want Y and V. No access. I thought that was my land. I'm too far up. So I don't actually come that far. Okay. So let's go back down here a little bit. Find out where the field can start. Here is fine. Let's just parallel to the road, a little bit of runoff on the edge. And go up here until it won't let me cut anymore. That'll be a good way to... Okay, so that's the edge of our property. And what heading do we think that's going to run across at? I think it's going to run due east. So if we run east across here, something like there. Go just to the that's pretty good. Of course, that tree's going to be right in the way. We'll just swing around that. Just head across. Okay, so I'm off that reservation. Let's just see where I am. Just gone a bit too far to the north would be my guess. That's better. Okay, there's a roadway down there. put a corner on. So I reckon that gives us a pretty good sense of the overall area. And if we make a reasonable size grassland, so I'm thinking maybe 2 hectares. Well, I haven't defined this. It's a pretty big field if we were to convert all of it, which I don't think we need to do at this stage. Just go around our equipment here. I think our first priority is to get some grass in the ground. And because that'll be 3 months until we can cut that, and then from there get some barley in the ground. So, and along the way we'll clear out these trees, and that should leave us in pretty good shape. Leave a smooth corner on that for the present. That's feeling like a plan. So I'll do a second headland on here. If I can line my tractor up properly. Excuse me, that would be the dog telling me that the phone is ringing. I know, Tito, it's okay. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. Thank you. Good boy. Just excuse me, he won't stop until I answer the phone. My apologies. Very helpful when you do want the phone, but he doesn't actually realise that I hear it. Let's put some headphones on so we can hear what's going on. Apologies if his barking was a little bit loud in the background there. He's a kelpie, so in better times he would have been a a working dog, but he had a pretty tough start to life, so we rescued him and picked him up from the local animal society about 18 months of age. So he's safe to say he's got a few issues, but he's a lovely dog. Important member of the family, even if he can be a little bit what would you say? He's anxious. He gets anxious. Okay, so if we just keep churning this out, we need to cut. Well, actually what we might do is decide which end or which section is going to be the grass field. And cut that off so that we can clear it. So I'm thinking if we make this end the grass field and leaves the cropped field relatively rectangular, so this awkward shape can be the grass section, which means we probably want to square off from up here somewhere. If we went up to this section here, and brought you across at around about the 90. There's 90 degrees here. Oops. That's about there. If you came across that, pretty much the 90 right there. Near enough. So that'll give us that section can be our barley fields, and this can be our grass for now. Bit of an awkward shape, but not too many trees to take out, which is a good thing. We'll get those sorted. We also need a water tanker so that we can get some water into those various greenhouses that we've got. Keep going this long run. Just leave a little dot because I can. Coming up to 5 to 10. Five to 10 Friday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. Let's grab that little bit there. A little bit over there. We've got about a dozen trees. Might just run round and whip those up before we finish, and this will be the spot to stop. It's a bit like an Aussie paperbark tree, that one. Oops. Let's try not walk under the falling tree, folks. That's good. Quite a low idle on this Husqvarna chainsaw. There we go, a couple more. That'll be that. So that might be pretty much where we leave things, I think. We have gotten a start, we've got a plan, which always helps. And now it's just about getting some seeds in the ground so that we can get on with getting our garden centre up and running. So I think I'll leave it right there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and I look forward to catching you at 8 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time next Tuesday. So that'll be Monday evening for the UK and the US. But until then, stay safe, stay well. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. See ya. See ya.